As we near the first official day of hurricane season, we want to give you some pointers on how to best safeguard your home in the event of a major storm. A significant part of that being what to do about the electrical breakers in your home.
3 News' Josh Maxwell spoke with AP Texas and a local electrician to explain how imperative it is to protect your home ahead, during, and after big weather events. He's here now with that report. Josh?
Homeowners, you know this, or you should. Your main breaker is typically located on the outside of your home, a few feet off the ground to protect from water damage. Now, in the event of a storm, experts say it's best to turn that switch off. Here's why. It's a combination you never want to see happen.
Water and electricity do not mix well.
And for CEO of Smith & Jones Electric, Scott Smith, it's also a combination he's all too familiar with, especially as hurricane season comes around. He says that in the event of a storm or major flooding,
Turn off the main circuit breaker because water is a great conductor, particularly salt water. It's going to allow electricity to flow in places where it wasn't intended to flow.
Smith says that chain reaction isn't one you want to be around for.
It can cause short circuits, which can cause arcing, which can cause fires.
Omar Lopez with AEP Texas says when it comes to protecting your home's electrical framework, there are a few things you need to keep in mind before you turn your power back on.
When the power does come back on, the last thing we want is another situation where there's a huge surge of power on a circuit or in a neighborhood. That's just for safety.
In the event you and your family needed to evacuate for a storm, when you come back, though it may be tempting to flip everything back on immediately, Lopez says you'll want to take things like turning your appliances back on slowly.
The power comes back on, turn them on one by one. It's going to keep your home and appliances a little safer, but it's also going to be better for the overall circuit when we turn it on.
Smith has weathered a couple of storms here in our area. He says that once water makes its way in, you're looking at a fat bill.
Depending on the square footage of your home, it could be in excess of, $20,000, $30,000.
As you heard, a lot of good information there. Now, Smith says another strategy he recommends is getting as many of your appliances out of the house as possible to better safeguard against electrical damage. Rudy, Leslie, back.